Good evening. I am Arachna, the spider people, your hostess with the mostess. And welcome to Beware Theater, because this Beware you're gonna see some really bad movies. We've got vampires, aliens, werewolves, monsters, and of course, the undead. So take a load off, pull up a couch, and fasten your seatbelt. It's gonna be a creepy night. You know, humans have always been storytellers. Ancient tales around the fire, books and plays and operas, and then with the invention of the radio and television and movies, stories were there, and they were also serialized so you could watch them bit by bit. And today, we've come pretty much full circle, because today we can watch or hear our stories on podcasts that are either audio or video. Back in the 1920s and 30s, radio drama was very popular, especially during the Great Depression, where people could escape their lives and go to the movies every week and watch movies or serialized rip-snorting adventure series. And one of those was called Chandu the Magician. It was created by Raymond Morgan, Vera Oldham, and Harry Earnshaw, because they noticed that at that time, spiritualism and the supernatural were very popular. So they created a series about a man who goes to India to study with this mystical yogi and learn white magic, so that he can fight the forces of evil with his supernatural powers. The Chandu stories ran on the radio from the 1930s to the 1950s, and they migrated also into the movie theater as a series. And then the movies decided to cut and paste them into 3 standalone movies: Chandu the Magician, Return of Chandu, and tonight's movie, Chandu on the Magic Island. It was released in 1934, directed by Ray Taylor, distributed by Principal Pictures, and it starred the incomparable Bela Lugosi as a hero for once. Even though this movie is cut and pasted from the different serials and there's no backstory or narration to tell us what happened up to now, it's very watchable, especially for Bela's performance. Chandu on the Magic Island takes place on the mystical island of Lemuria, where there's this black magic cult that worships the cat god Ubaste, who unfortunately the goddess Osana has died. Not to worry. Those evil sorcerers plan to kill the Egyptian goddess Naji so that her soul will resurrect Osana and she'll rule the world forever. There's a creepy cave with creepy black magic sorcerers and a creepy cat statue. There's circles of fire, trapdoors in the middle of dirt, a man-eating tiger, and a white magic yogi. So now we watch this 1934 non-stop adventure, Chandu on the Magic Island.
voice of Ubasti. Roxana, awake. The lost land of Lemuria waits beneath the sea. O mighty Ubasti, I pledge myself to the resurrection of thy long-dead priestess. The chosen one shall be brought to thee from far across the sea. Her living soul shall be merged with the body of Hosanna, that Hosanna may live again, that the lost land of Lemuria may rise above the waters, and that Ubasti may rule throughout the world. Hosanna! Hosanna! Long Hosanna! Princess Naji, who has been chosen for the sacrifice, is in Suva. Look into the sacred fire! The chosen one is guarded by this follower of the white yoke, who is known as Chandu, the magician. But Chandu will leave Suva, and the Princess Naji will be unprotected. Beatrice, thou wilt go to Suva, and thou wilt bring here for the sacrifice this chosen one whose soul shall awaken Hosanna. Go. Princess Naji, we await the coming of thy soul.
Good luck, Mr. Chandler. Be assured that your family will receive the greatest protection.
Thank you, Commandant. And I feel sure they will be safe in your care.
Gee, I wish I could go with you, Uncle Frank.
No, Bob. You must stay here and take care of the family.
A lot of protection would be.
Oh, I don't know.
Mr. Chandler, we're ready to get underway.
I see.
Well, goodbye, Frank.
Goodbye, dear.
And good luck.
Thanks.
Chandu, I am afraid.
Don't worry, my dear. The Commandant will protect you. I will return soon.
I shall be waiting anxiously.
Everything will be all right, my dear. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Betty.
Goodbye, Uncle.
Goodbye. Bob.
Goodbye, Uncle Frank.
Goodbye, and be a good boy.
You bet I will.
Do be careful, Frank.
Goodbye, dear. Commandant.
Sarah.
Beatrice!
Yes, Beatrice. Second only to the supreme voice of the Ubasti. I will notify all followers that I am here. Bring me clothes such as Chandu has. At once. Oh, mighty voice of Ubasti. By the flames of Baal. By the black art of Hecate. I conjure thy power. Princess Naji, the master speaks. Thou wilt do as I command.
Naji, what's the matter? Speak to me. Chandu did not go away. He's here. I must go to him. He calls.
Thou wilt come to me, Princess Naji.
Bob, Betty.
What's the matter, Mother?
Mother, do you suppose... Chandu is here. I must go to him. He calls.
Maybe she's right, Mother. I've seen Uncle Frank do some mighty funny things.
She's certainly not going out alone in this place. We're going with her. Betty, you go and get our hats. Bob, order a car.
O Yogi, my teacher far across the sea,
My ears have heard thy call, my son. Speak.
my teacher, I fear Naji's in danger.
Return to Suva at once, my son, to the hut of the aged woman Sisara. Make haste.
What's your course? Northeast by north, half north, sir.
Captain, must go back to Suva at once.
To Suva? Is anything wrong, Mr. Chandler?
Something has happened in Suva, which makes it imperative that I shall return at once.
Very well, I'll go give the order immediately.
Please.
Take a new course. Southwest for south.
Aye, sir.
Thank you.
Chandu is here.
I will call Chandu.
You know, Mother, I don't like the looks of this place.
Well, it certainly does look mysterious.
Chandu wishes to see the Princess Naji alone.
Well, Naji, Frank would never send for you like this.
Hey, let's get out of this place.
I second the motion. Wait until I see Chandu.
Doesn't Naji act funny?
You sent for me, Chandu? Who are you?
Oi, huli banda!
So on the mystical island of Lemuria, in the cave temple of the cult of Ubaste, The black sorcerer and his followers are looking into the sacred fire to spy on the Egyptian princess Naji, who just happens to be the girlfriend of Chandu the magician, who protects her with his white magic. Until, for some reason, he decides to go on a cruise without her and he leaves her behind. So, sensing her vulnerability, the black magician Vitras is sent to her in order to kidnap and bring her back to the temple so she can be sacrificed. So, Vitras disapparates, he goes to the island where she is, and he tricks her by making her think that he's Chandu. Well, Chandu's sister and 2 children are on protection watch for Naji, so they come along with her so they can protect her. Unfortunately, no one is safe when there's black magic. So Vitras puts a circle of fire around Naji and poof, back they go to the temple where she's scheduled to be sacrificed. Meanwhile, Chandu on his yacht checks in with his yogi teacher master, and he finds out that Naji's in grave danger. Well, he turns the ship around and he goes back in order to save her. But he's too late. She's already gone. I wonder why he didn't disapparate like the other magician. It would have been a lot faster. No, Deadly, I don't want to go into the mystical realm with you and see what's out there. How do you know you can even get back? At least take your cell phone with you so I can call you. Deadly?
Uncle Frank, boy, I want to fight. Did we lick him?
What's that?
Naji disappeared from this room to that circle. The circle of Ola. They have taken her to Lemuria.
Oh.
I am sure. Naji is a prisoner in the temple of Lemuria.
Oh.
But you're not going to let him get away with it, are you, Uncle Frank?
I'm leaving for Lemuria at once. Commandant has an old chart who chose the location.
Are we going?
No, my dear. It will be too dangerous. You will be safer here.
Oh, we don't want to stay here, Uncle Frank.
Well, I know I should never feel safe on this island again. Not after what happened last night. No, Frank, we're going with you.
Oh, Yogi, my teacher. My teacher across the sea, hear me.
My son, thy mortal fears for the safety of thy love have been thy undoing. They have led thee within the dark curtain of Ubasti.
The curtain of Ubasti.
The invisible barrier of black magic. It surrounds thee and those dear to thee. Thou must attempt to see more clearly.
But teacher, Naji is a prisoner in Lemuria.
Thy vision is cloudy. Again I say thou must attempt to see more clearly. Thou thyself must find a way to release her. Have faith, my son. Have
Thy powers are useless, Chandu. The Princess Naji must fulfill the destiny that was hers at birth.
Who are you?
I am the voice of Avasti. Turn back at once, wipe out from thy mind all knowledge of Avasti, or thou wilt know a death more terrible than man has ever known. The voice of Avasti commands. Obey.
Call him, Captain, quickly.
Frank, what's happened?
What is it, Captain? What's happened?
Is the ship in danger, Captain?
Serious danger. The compass is utterly useless, and we haven't had a breath of wind for hours.
Calms are more or less usual in this latitude, are they not?
Not at this season, Mr. Chandu. I've heard some very strange tales about Lemuria. You suppose we can be nearing this island?
Anything is possible where black magic is concerned.
Well, that's funny. There's not a sound now.
Uncle Frank.
The drums. The jungle drums.
Nazi, Princess of Egypt, look upon the face of Osana, priestess of Ubasti. Thou wilt die, and thy soul shall pass into the body of the priestess Osana, who will then awaken, and Ubasti shall rule again. The days of thy life are yet 7. The stars move slowly, but no power of man can delay them in their course. When the rays of the twin star Centaurus shall fall upon thy heart, that will be the hour of thy passing.
Frank out there! Let's go get him! Come on! Uncle Frank! Uncle Frank!
Princess Naji, your soul will become attuned with the spirit of Hosanna that dwells here in her tomb. You will live as she lived. There is no escape. You are in the pyramid of Theos.
I am a princess of Egypt. I shall not cry for help. Chandu will come.
Chandu. The power of Ubasti. You will guard the princess carefully until the rising of the twin star Centaurus. Then there will be a great feast, and you will be rewarded. Beware of the voice of Ubasti.
Boy, you certainly gave us a couple of bad hours, Uncle Frank. What happened?
I don't know. I came up under the raft and bumped my head. Captain, Bob and I will look for water. Meanwhile, don't let Mrs. Regent or Betty out of your sight. If anything should happen, fire your gun. Let's go, Bob. Look, Bob. Footprints.
Whoever they are, they're barefooted.
So this island is inhabited.
Oh, I'll bet they're natives.
Bob, we are on the island of Lemuria.
Lemuria?
Yes. And those are the footprints of the cat worshippers. Come on, Bob. Bob, you hurry back to the beach and bring the others here.
Aren't you going with me?
No, Bob. I'm going to follow those tracks. They will lead me to the temple in Naji. Be careful, Bob.
Did you call? Oh, I was dreaming.
What happened? Where are the others? They've taken them. Who? The natives. There were hundreds of them. Which way did they go? I don't know. Can you walk? Yes, I think I can make it all right. Where is your gun? It's gone. They jumped us before we knew it. Come on, we haven't a moment to lose.
We have to be very careful.
So Chandu and his family set sail on his yacht for the island of Lemuria to rescue the Princess Naji. So while they're at sea, Chandu checks in with his yogi teacher, who tells him that he has to see more clearly in order to rescue the princess. See more clearly. Before Chandu can figure out what that means, the voice of the god Ubaste cuts into their transmission and tells Chandu if he doesn't turn back, he's going to suffer a horrible death. Who needs ship-to-shore radio when you have a magic ring? And then the compass on the ship goes wacky, and the voice of Ubaste tells the ship's crew to scuttle the ship. Meanwhile, on Lemuria, the Princess Naji is brought before the Grand Poobah evil sorcerer who scares the bejesus out of her by saying, in 7 days you're going to die, nobody can stop it. And the evil magician says, in the meantime, you've got to stay here in the pyramid of fear. Well, you know, Naji is a lot spunkier than we thought, because she stares him down and she says, Chandu's gonna save me. She hopes. So now in the water, after his ship sank, Chandu and his family and the captain of the ship wash up on the shores of the island of Lemuria, which is, I think, where they were going in the first place. Anyhow, Chandu and his nephew Bob go out exploring, and they find the footprints of the cat worshippers. So Chandu follows the footprints to the temple, and Bob and his family and the captain get captured by the cat people. So Chandu's standing in front of the temple, and boom, he falls through a trap door right there in the dirt into some underground caverns. A trap door in the dirt. Okay, you know, you could call this a cliffhanger, or you could call it a trapdoor hanger. Either way, it's non-stop action. And if those big old doors at the beginning of this segment looked familiar, That's because this movie at that point was shot on the same set as the 1933 King Kong movie. What, Dudley? You forgot your compass. Of course, you don't want to get lost out there. Who knew you needed a compass out there in between the worlds?
Hurry him with the rest of the prisoners. Chandu, you are trapped. You may walk the passages for years and find no way out. What of Chandu? Chandu is in the endless passage from which none escape. But this Chandu is now within the curtain of Obasti, deprived of his magic powers. No magician is without power so long as he lives. Idris, I will place the Princess Naji within the invisible circle. Yes, Master.
O Yogi, my teacher, hear me.
Who formed upon the Yogi in this realm of black magic?
Where are you?
I am here. Are a follower of the Yogi. Lift the grating that I may see your face. Who are you? I am Shiva, leader of the white magicians, who once ruled all of Lemuria.
Give me the sign.
Brother, I have been imprisoned here for many years, since the white magicians were overthrown. And you?
In the East, I'm called Chandu.
Chandu, the magician.
But here in Lemuria, I'm not able to use my power.
the black curtain of Upasti.
Yes. I came here to rescue Naji, princess of Egypt. But my family are prisoners now in the hands of the savages.
Then there is no time to lose. We must swing across. It is the only way out.
I will go first.
This is the shrine of my people. From here alone may we seek the aid of the yogi.
I command service to my boys. The prisoners are outside. What of Chandu? Chandu is safe with the sacred tiger. The chain is broken. Dost thou still hold Chandu in contempt? Chandu did not fall to the sacred tiger. Look in the fire. What dost thou see? Dost thou see Chandu or Shiva, the white magician? I see nothing, O mighty voice. They have escaped! I have a way of finding this Chandu. Bring in the prisoner. Chandu, wherever thou art, hear me. Your friends are being led to the torture chamber, where they shall die horribly, one by one. Save them now, if you can. Chandu will come to the rescue of his friend. Thou hast everything prepared. We await thy command, exalted one. This one will do. The mother will call quite loudly for her brother, and Chandu will come.
O Yogi, my teacher far across the sea, hear me.
My son, dost thou hear my voice?
Yes, yes, I do, my teacher.
Be not afraid, my son. The Ubasti must be destroyed. The Princess Naji must not be sacrificed. Thy friends must not die.
I'm listening, my teacher.
My son, in thy extremity remember the high incantation.
The high incantation? Dare I use that power?
Thou knowest the penalty of its use, my son. Thou alone must decide the necessity. Farewell.
The high incantation. It means death if used selfishly. But I love the princess.
There is yet another way, Chandu.
Tell me.
Thy path lies through the circle of invisibility. Come. May the powers of Ra be with thee. So long as these sands run, the powers of Ra will be with thee. Return here before the last grain falls.
Beware, my son. When the last grain of sand falls, wherever thou art, thou wilt again become visible to the eyes of men.
Maggi, it is I, Chandu.
What are you?
Each swing of the knife brings it closer.
There is a secret shrine to which I must return within a limited time.
Where is Chandu?
find a friend outside. Hurry!
Chandu! Seize him!
Chandu the magician, this time thou wilt not escape me.
Go on! Who are you?
I am your friend, and a friend of Chandu.
But Uncle Frank said you'd be outside.
I became alarmed at the delay.
But can't we go back? My mother and sister are still in that torture room.
We can aid them only by seeking aid ourselves.
Chandu, face the all-powerful goddess of Huvasti and know thy fate. The supreme goddess is merciful, Chandu. If thou wilt bow before Huvasti and devote thy powers to Osana, thy life shall be spared. Speak, Chandu! Chandu! For thy defiance, thou shalt be confined to the cave of the crushing stone, where thou shalt learn to speak.
Don't you think we ought to be doing something about Mother and Uncle Frank?
This is the shrine of my people. From here alone may we seek the aid of the yogi.
Here, thou wilt have time to think, Chandu, and to decide. Call, and thou shalt be heard.
The cell of the crushing stone.
Chandu, wilt thou speak? Chandu, hear me! Art thou ready to speak?
No.
Atra, give Chandu more reason to speak.
Get Uncle Frank. The chain's caught on the edge of a rock and I'm holding it there.
So now we get down to the nitty-gritty non-stop action. First, Chandu falls through the trapdoor into a labyrinth of caves from which there is no exit. And he doesn't have his magic powers to help him because, well, the Abasti took him away. And then he runs into Taiba, who's the head of the white magic magicians who were taken over by the black magic magicians, and they imprisoned him in this caves. And then Taiba makes Chandu invisible so that he can save his nephew Bob from being sliced in half from this big old sword that's swinging over his chest. And then, unfortunately, the sands of invisibility run out, Chandu becomes visible again, and he gets captured again. And then Bob and Taiba rescue Chandu from being squished by this gigantic boulder. Man, there's a lot going on. But remember, all this action was sliced up into serial segments so that everyone had to go to the movies every week to find out what happened to Chandu. What now, Deadly? The hourglass told you that your time is up and you came to say final farewells before you're gone. What's going on here?
The boy was here. I'm afraid something has happened.
Hosanna! Hosanna! Long to Hosanna!
Can it be? Ceremony?
Long to Hosanna!
I know a secret passage to the altar. Follow me. This will lead you to the altar. A curtain covers the door at the end of this passage. I will find the boy and join you.
Chandu has escaped. To avoid further meddling on the part of his upstart, Abasti is prepared to offer thee the lives of these prisoners. Provided thou wilt renounce Chandu, renounce all hope of escape, renounce the world, and dedicate thy soul to the priestess of Sana, that she may live again.
Where's Chandu? Is he safe? Yes, my son. He's on his way to the altar room. We must hurry.
Will you free the prisoners whom I love? Will you permit them and Chandu to leave Lemuria unharmed?
I will.
Swear by the black oath of Ubasti.
I swear.
Swear that the savages will not harm them.
I swear.
By the sun god, Ra, I renounce the world. I renounce Chandu.
Uncle Frank, why don't you do something?
I dedicate my soul to Osana, that she may live again. Chandu.
Chandu, Thou hast heard. The Princess Naji, by her own oath, has placed herself beyond thy reach. Thou and thy friends are free to leave Lemuria in peace. Free the prisoners. Return the Princess Naji to the ancient tomb of Osana.
We will leave by the secret passage.
Chandu.
This is the jungle exit near the shrine.
Prepare thyself. The hour of thy return approaches. Place the body of Osana in her tomb and prepare the Princess Naji for the ceremony. Princess of Egypt, sleep, that thy soul may commune with the soul of Osana, and learn what the future holds me.
the Lemurians. The Yogiru, and these prisoners belong to him. Get your friends to the shrine. Then come to the secret passage to the temple. All right. There is not a moment to lose. Hurry up. Quick. Let's go. This is the sacred shrine of Tiba's people, survivors of the wise magicians.
You will be perfectly safe here until I return.
But Frank, what can you do against all those madmen?
I can do much now.
Uncle Frank, the Akatone.
My son Naji has renounced thee. Renounce now thy love for her, and the high incantation is thine.
I renounce.
Hasten to the temple. Naji lies now upon the altar beside the body of Osana. Thy time is short.
Princess Naji, thy mind is blank. When thou dost awaken, thou wilt retain no memory of thy mortal self. Sleep, Princess Naji, sleep. Immortality awaits thee. All the faithful, and we will proceed with the ceremony.
They surround the temple. Fire all doors. Strip the passages. Accept this sacrifice, that thy priestess Hosanna shall rule again. Long rule, Hosanna.
forever. Hosanna! Hosanna! Thou shalt rule forever! Glorious Hosanna! High priestess of humanity, at last thou hast awakened. By the power of the high incantation, I call upon the wisdom of thee, Chandu! For this sacrilege, thou shalt die! Oh, mighty one, goddess of black art, I call upon thy power! I say unto the black art of Lemuria, thou hast no power!
I'm sorry, gentlemen, that's all I can tell you. Mr. Chandler is very busy. But what about his engagement to Princess Naji?
What's all this magic stuff? There isn't anything to that, is there?
There is nothing to say.
How about a couple of pictures?
No, not even a snap. Hey, wait a minute. Hey!
Hold it right there, Mr. Chandler.
Hey, wait a minute. That's no fair.
It's all right, Bob.
Hey, where'd they go? Out there! Hey, what do you know? They were here just a minute ago.
Bob, what in the world is all this commotion about?
Just newspaper men, Mother.
That's funny. They were sitting right here. Yeah, I never saw that happen before.
But where are Frank and Maggie?
That's what they'd like to know. Boy, look!
So there you have it, another monochromatic movie marvel full of adventure and 1930s special effects. This movie teach me that supernatural plots and mystical adventures will never die because, well, they're magical. It also teach me that Bela Lugosi played a pretty good action hero, didn't he? Too bad he spent most of his career playing the villain. But then again, he was a pretty good villain, wasn't he? So until next time, or not, this is Arachna of the Spider People, wishing you nighty-night and reminding you not to let your cat think it's a god. You might be sorry. What's that? An hourglass, a map, and a note. Restart the hourglass and join me here for another episode of Where's Deadly? I need help. What? Well, maybe Deadly does need help. Okay, I'll bite. Deadly, where am I? Why are we in a speedboat? And why are those guys back there chasing us and shaking spears? You stole their speedboat and the hourglass, and they want it back. Well, let's just give it back to them. This is dangerous. What? You gave me the hourglass for safekeeping because if they get it back, they will end time as we know it. Well, in that case, can you go any faster? Oh, look, they're leaving. I wonder why. What? Is that a waterfall in front of us? There you are. Escape is futile. Let's see how long you live this time. Oh, that was a close call. Are we on a flying carpet? Thank you, whoever you are.
I am Kitty, apprentice to Yogi Deadly. I owe him everything. He freed me from the evil Kateras people.
Apprentice to Yogi Deadly? Deadly, you just left the couch a minute ago. How did you have time to rescue and train an apprentice? Time is an illusion. What?
Yes, Yogi Deadly appeared out of nowhere and stopped the evil Kateras people from destroying our sacred sands of time, which would have thrown us out of the sacred cycle of time.
Great cycle of time? I thought we were in a time continuum.
Oh, it's far more than that.
Where are we?
Come, hurry. Now we must reinstall the sands of time so that it will restart the great cycle of time. Hurry before we are caught.
Where are we?
We are in the mind's eye, center of time, and we must be very quick because the Kateras are very stealthy and they will pounce on us before we even know they're coming.
That looks pretty high security. How are we going to get in?
Actually, any cat paw works the scanner. That's because the guards can't remember the codes. They're not very smart. Let's go in. I have prepared the connectors as you instructed, Yogi Deadly. Now I will install the sands of time.
I'll take that. You think I didn't see you coming in the sacred fire? Here. Yogi Deadly, I told you, if you came back, your time would be up. Seize them. Deadly? Take them to the temple. Yogi Deadly, how dare you bring another female into my world? And from the way she is dressed, she looks like she knows dark magic. Are you also a magician?
No.
I'm Arachna, the spider people, and this is my friend Deadly. How do we get out of here? Nice try, but no. Guards take Yogi Deadly and his little apprentice to the caves. I will take care of them later. You stay here. So, you are a spider lady, hmm? I love to play with spiders and then squish them. Tell me more about Yogi Deadly. Is he a time sorcerer? Not that I know of, but I understand the time has destabilized since he left. Please let Deadly and Kitty go. They mean you no harm. And who are you? I am the goddess Felina, ruler of the planet Craterus. And this is Pantera, our outermost satellite. And we must keep it on the same time as Craterus. The people here are too lax, and they have changed time to suit their needs. They must be punished, because time is what I say it is. Yogi Deadly, now is not the time to meditate. We're in grave danger. Oh, your powers amaze me. But we need to go. We need to rescue your friend and get the sands of time and reinstall them. Come. So, how does this thing work? Yogi Deadly said that you live a life and then you die, and then you live another life and then you die, and so forth and so forth. So I guess that means I could live 9 lives? Ridiculous. I am immortal. That means forever. I am not going to die, and this thing is not going to make me die. I will destroy it. Deadly! Curses! Yogi Deadly! Guards! After him! No! I knew this little laser pointer would come in handy. What am I doing? Give me that! Take her to the King Leopard. It's time for his dinner. I'm sure he's very hungry right now. Oh, this could be very useful. Oh, this can't be good. How am I going to get out of this one?
Come on, this way.
Kitty!
The King Leopard is my uncle. He has agreed to eat another time.
Thank you.
Deadly is with me. Come on. One last twist. Yes, we have returned time to the great cycle.
My lovely temple. No. I will reduce this satellite to rubble. But first, I need to return to Bastura for my nap and to plan. I'll be back.
Farewell. I will rebuild our community as we have planned. Thank you, Yogi Deadly. I will communicate with you in the mind's eye as you have taught me. Please come back anytime.
Oh, thank you, Kitty, for saving us. And best of luck to you and your people. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Deadly, what was all that? I didn't know you had this secret life as a magician. You need to tell me about this when we get home. Wow.